One of the greatest discoveries in history is that humans can actually alter the course of their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. Today, I'll be sharing with you the foundation for financial success. What you need to know that will change your financial life forever. Hi there, my name is Franklin Baiwoga. I'm here to lift you from little or no money to more money. Stay glued. Oftentimes as a finance coach, I've had people come to meet me and they ask the same question in different ways. First of all, they would say, I've done everything there is to do to change my finances, to become wealthy, to break out from poverty. I've done literally everything and nothing seems to be working. And then some other people say, what should I do to be able to change my financial life? But let me let you understand something as a foundation, that your financial success is not just a function of what you do alone. As a matter of fact, what you do is like number 4 in the equation. There are several things that must be in place that will determine how much money you're able to make per time, especially when you're coming from a place of lack or little, all right? So the first thing that needs to be in place is what we call your programming. In other words, how your results will turn out is a function of how your mind has been programmed. And there are 4 things that affect our programming. The first is our education. The second is our exposures. The third is our environment. And the fourth is our experiences. So let me give an illustration. A horse was tied to a particular tree. And of course, the horse could only go as far as the rope would allow it to go. For like a month or 2 months, the horse could only go as far as that. And then all of a sudden, the person who tied the horse removes the rope from the tree and ties it to a plastic chair. But as long as the horse was still tied with the same rope, he would believe that that's only how far he could go, even though it was a plastic chair that it was tied to. That means the sum total of what you can dare in life is a function of what your experiences have allowed you to believe it's possible. That you are exposed to opportunities that someone else is exposed to, but you're not able to do much with it because of what your experiences have actually, exposed you to. So your education matters. You're going to change your financial life. It begins from your financial education. How many books have you read on the subject of money? I read a book called Outlier, written by Malcolm Gladwell, and he said that anyone who's going to be on top of their field, no matter what it is, has to spend at least 10,000 hours studying around that field. It's called the 10,000 hour rule. So the question is, how much have you spent studying around finances, especially if you grew up in an environment of lack? Everyone, when we are born, we are either born into 2 schools, either the school of the rich or the school of the poor. That means your parents begin to teach you about money consciously or unconsciously from the day you're born, from the things that they say and all of that. So it's your responsibility to begin to educate yourself on the subject of finances if you're going to change. It's your responsibility to begin to change your exposures. Listen to people that have gone ahead of you, watch podcasts, read books, listen to mentors that have been ahead of you, and of course it will change your life. Experiences too, like I mentioned about the horse, can actually affect. So it is your responsibility to ensure that you're not self-sabotaging based on your experiences. And finally, your environment, okay, will change everything when it comes to your finances. So it is my advice to you right now to begin to look at the 4 E's that affect your programming: your financial education, your exposure, your environment, and your experiences. Then of course, you can change your results. So I'm going to give a biblical backup to this. The Bible says in the book of Daniel chapter 11, verse 32b, it says, they that do know their God shall be strong and then do exploits. It doesn't begin from doing, it begins from knowing. You know first, you become, and then of course, you do. So the idea is this: what your results are is a function of what you know. And what you know besides who you become. And who you become is what affects your result. That means a millionaire is not someone who has millions in his account. A millionaire is someone who has the mindset that consistently attracts millions. That means you have to first of all become a millionaire before you actually attract it. So you become it first in your programming, and then it becomes your reality. See you in the next episode, and I'm sure you got value from this. Thank you.